This is the Maiden Voyage of my new project for 25 sea spray. This is the first time I'm going to have sailed it and fished it. It's a beautiful morning. I'm in the gear lock. I've got a couple of rods, but the kind of main aim this morning is make sure it's sailing okay. I've got a new outboard, see how the outboard is, and getting it in and out of the water. And we'll have a wee go at the fishing. We'll have a couple of hours, absolutely beautiful. You can feel a bit of heat in the sun. So here's hoping everything goes okay. Well, that was a first time start, that's quite good. I've got a full tank of fuel, let it run for a minute or two. And then we'll take off. Scenery spectacular, as I said, there's a wee bit of heat in the sun. So if nothing else, we'll get a nice wee sail in the gear lock. I've got a couple of rods with me, one for float, one for bait and two for a bit of spinning trawl, and I've got two baits, one that I got for Timu, 228 grams, one's like a kind of jelly bait, the other one is just a kind of, just a silver bait. So I've got them in, see if I can catch it on the trawl. You can only but try. It's a lovely morning, just still a wee nip in the air, but nice all the same. I'm going to try and get myself up to the sugar boat and fish through that again. That's the sugar boat you can see. That sank many years ago in a storm when I was just a boy. It broke its moorings, and this is a sandbank. The captain, I think, tried to shore it up the sandbank and it capsized. As you can see, it's just a bucket of rust that holds fish, but in time honoured tradition I've not caught any yet, but we'll keep trying. What a beautiful day, and that's right down to the Firth of Clyde. Gorgeous. That's Helmsborough over there, going all the way down to Gaelic Runaris, and then Clinder Roseneath where I've just come from, and I'll be going back shortly. What a wonderful experience, gorgeous. It's Thursday morning, just back at 8 o'clock, the temperature just above freezing. Yesterday I treated myself to a day's sea fishing on my wee boat down the Gaelic Clyde. Lovely day, very warm, lovely scenery but no fish. My plan was to go and repeat that exercise today, but I decided against it. So I've decided to come down to the Clyde again, sea fishing, but I'm looking for sea trout. And I'm going to fish some sea trout flies that I tied during the winter in the bombarda. It seemed to be getting a wee bit more popular. Just it's got a float. You'd think you can get them floating, sinking or whatever. There's my wee fly. Maybe know your traditional sea trout colours. But I've tied a few during the winter, and I've maybe got about an hour or two before the tide turns and I need to come in. I said it's cold, it's going to be warm later on, and we'll give it an hour or so and see how we go on. The water's nice and clear, and it's pretty shallow, so you can get out quite a wee bit. I've fished down here for several years now, and I've been quite successful with a wee 10 gram Toby. I've got a wee 9 foot 6 rod. It used to be 10 foot till I broke the tip off it. 10 pound brain strain, the bombarda, and a wee self-tied fly. What I found as well is if the fish are going to take you, they'll follow you right in, just till you're almost ready to lift the lure or whatever off the water, and then they take. Good sport, and everything gets returned. As you can see, it's a flat cam. It's away down to Greenock, Gourock, Clinder where I was yesterday. And it's up to Glasgow, Erskine Bridge and Dumbarton Castle. Visibility's not that good with the morning haze, but the water really clear, so we can only but live in hope. Here we go. flying, the flies. Swimming no too bad, fishing a bit deeper. But still no fish. I've not seen any fish moving either. And I've not any seals about. There has been reports of sea trout being caught. But I've certainly not seen anything. Tide's still going out. Still quite a strong current taking it out. So we'll get another wee half hour, 40 minutes. But it's a lovely morning. You can feel the sun beginning to warm up. Spring sunshine. You can get good distance as well with that bombarda. Flat cam. Not the thing moving. The only thing that's moving is the tide. That's the tide on the turn now. It's on its way in, that does me as soon as it starts to turn. Again, a pleasant wee hour or so. It's a lovely morning. The time is, it's 9:30, and again we're in the Gaylord for a wee bit of sea fishing. Just put the boat in. There's just a slight breeze, and this morning I'm going to try a wee bit of trawling. I was on my way out and I forgot my bait, so I'm also going to fish. I've never tried it before. I think it's called a paravane, and that's it there. I bought it years ago up in Oban, and apparently you can, the settings, if you can see the wee holes, that dictates what depth you'll go to. So it's designed for trawling. Other ones have got a fin like that, but they've got different holes in them, and again that dictates what depth you're fishing. And I've got a wee white jelly lure on, so we'll try this, we'll try a bit of trawling, and we'll head up the Gaylord for a wee bit at this side, cross the road, go up by the Roon Arrows, see how we got on. So I said it's a lovely day, and here's hoping. I was looking on YouTube and they reckon you put about 100 feet of line out for these things. So I've never fished it, so I'll get a wee try and see how we go on. Apparently the slower you go, the deeper it goes. That's the theory. Well, scenery's stunning again. just up the coast a wee bit to Ardmore. This is quite shallow, kind of waded quite far out last year when the tide was out. It's very sandy and it's, years ago it was good for the cod, a long time ago. But you get the salmon and sea trout running through. But I'm at one of the sandy bays. I'm in 17 foot of water and there's not a fish shown. It's been poor for years for your sea species, your cod, etc. I don't even think the mackerel come up this far in the summer. But it's still a very pleasant day.